can listen again to any shows at bcfmradio.com and leave comments about your favourite programmes. BCFM 93.2, your interactive station 24 hours a day.
You're listening to Knitter Explores on BCFM.
People come along with me.
Hello and thanks for listening to BCFM. I'm Nicola and I'm a local filmmaker and the founder of Fondue, a 1970s all-vinyl club night in Bristol. But I love all the music in the preceding decades too. And tonight I'm really excited to be joined by an old school rock and roll DJ who has been spinning records throughout the city for decades. And we're going to hear some of his favourite songs, chat about Bristol's infamous rock and roll pub, The Springer, and find out about rock and roll's comeback in Bristol. So let's welcome to the studio Leon Oddsocks.
Good evening.
Good evening, Leon. And can you tell me how you earned that name?
The Oddsocks. I used to be on the CB radios years ago as a teenager and accidentally went to a meeting one night, accidentally put on the wrong socks, and somebody seen them, went, "Oh, Oddsocks." I thought, great, that'll do for a handle or nickname as they called it. And then I found out that Bill Haley's drummer wore odd socks, and that was it. I was sold. I haven't worn a pair since.
That's fantastic. And as we're on the radio, I will confirm that Leon has actually just flashed a pair of socks, and they are odd.
Yes, we have fluorescent green and we have pink and black stripe.
Fantastic. Now, what would you do if you accidentally put on a pair of socks and they matched?
That's it, career over.
Yeah, you'd have to rename yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Leon, can you tell me about your early life and your earliest musical influences?
Well, it got me into the rock and roll. Each Christmas, my mum and dad would buy each other an LP. And after Christmas dinner, they sit down and play the albums. And it was the usual 70s stuff that always went on, John Miles, that sort of thing. And then one year, my mother bought me dad a Little Richard LP. Put it on, boom, first track in. I thought, what on earth is that? Never heard anything like it in my life. They played the album. I said, can you play it again? Played it again. And then they started pulling a few things out, like Buddy Holly and Elvis out of their things. I said, well, this is the sort of stuff. Sold. That was it.
Oh, fantastic. So that was one of your earliest musical memories and it's stuck with you until today. So let's have a listen to that song. Would you like to do the honours and introduce it?
This is the one and only Little Richard, Tutti-Fruitti.
Tutti-Fruitti, oh, rude. 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 Oh, I got a girl named Sue. She knows just what to do. I got a girl named Sue. She knows just what to do. She rock to the east, she rock to the west, but she's the girl that I love best. Tutti-Fruitti, oh, rude. 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 Oh, I got a girl named Daisy. She almost drives me crazy. Got a girl named Daisy. She almost drives me crazy. She knows how to love me, yes indeed. But you don't know what she do to me. Tutti-Fruitti, oh Rudy. 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 Got a gal named Daisy. She almost drives me crazy. Got a gal named Daisy. She almost drives me crazy. She knows how to love me, yes indeed. Boy, you don't know what she do to me. Tutti-Fruitti, oh Rudy. Tutti-Fruitti, oh Rudy. Tutti-Fruitti, bop, lop, bam, boom.
Wow, what a rock and roll masterpiece. That was Tutti-Fruitti by Little Richard, and it was released in 1955. If you've just tuned in, you're listening to the Nicola Explores show, and today I have a special guest in the studio, Leon Oddsocks, who has been DJing throughout the city since the 70s. That's over 50 years.
Yeah, it's quite a while.
Yeah. Leon, when do you start collecting records?
When I was about 13, 14, after hearing the Little Richard and the Buddy Holly, etc. from my parents, I used to go to local record shops. There was a load of Teddyboys in school, and I sort of latched onto them, and they go, oh, you want to hear this, you want to hear that, and I started with my pocket money, buying the odd record here and there, and it's certainly snowballed since then.
And how many records do you own today?
About 10,000.
Wow.
78 albums, 45s, mostly 45s, so about 7,000 odd or so of those.
So how long do you think it would take you to play them back to back?
Well, I do have a record night round my house on a Thursday where a few other of the local DJs get together, like Johnny Goff and Tony Toy, etc. And we just sit in my house for a couple of hours on Thursday night playing records, or I'm playing them out, or when I'm sat down there by myself, sometimes blaring away. I mean, I don't know how long it would take me to play them all. I mean, it's taken me 50 years to collect them all, so...
Yeah, an incredible amount of time, and what a passion to have for all of that time. So a lot of people actually stream music these days, don't they? But why do you collect vinyl? What is it about vinyl that you like?
It's the sound quality. I mean, even CD, it's compact sound. On a 40, especially a 78, the sound is so clear and crystal. You can hear all the instruments. You can hear everything that's going on. You're playing off of your phone. Doesn't really work for me. You need to hear it properly with big speakers, nice full sound. Doesn't have to be loud, just it's the quality of the music.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. And you also, well, we are very lucky to have about a dozen record shops in Bristol, and there are different events going on as well, and different record fairs. And you said you actually run your own record fair.
Yeah,
Can you tell us about that?
Spotted Cow up on Lodge Causeway. I do it 4 times a year, but it's a 50s and 60s specialist fair. So if you're into that sort, we don't really go later.
Yes.
And I get dealers coming from all over the country. I get them coming up from Southampton and London, etc. Set up a stall for the day, and we all sit down there. We also have what we call Collector's Corner, because being a collector, everybody's got records in their collection they don't play anymore. They want to get rid of. So I'd say to them, well, bring a box along. If you sell a load, give me a £5. If you don't pay me anything. But it's a social event as much as it is record buying, etc. Well, it's sort of like an anorax convention, really, as my wife would put it.
Yeah, so it sounds like a fantastic thing to do. How can people find out about it if they're not aware of it?
On my Facebook, Leon Oddsocks. The Spotted Cow is always advertising it, and I also post it in the UK record fairs, etc. It's always up in there. Next one, October the 10th. You want to come along? It's all free. Come along and anorak away with the rest of us.
It sounds fantastic. I'll put the date in my diary myself, because although I spin 70s music at my club night, I do actually collect some from the 60s and 80s as well. But I can come along for the 60s for sure. Yeah,
we find plenty there.
Yeah, that sounds great. Are there any other record fairs that you like to go to, or any of our local record shops?
I do like to go to Wanted Records. I've known John and Ian and that from the shop down there for years. I mean, they actually give me phone calls. If they get a rock and roll collection or someone, they'll just ring me up and go, Socks, we've got such and such in. You best come down the shop and have a look. I mean, I don't even have to go there to look at stuff. They ring me and tell me.
Oh, that's fantastic. You get first dibs then, because they know that you're so passionate about it.
Yeah.
And that's how lovely. That's what I like about local record shops and small shops in general, is that you get that local, personal, one-to-one connection, and it's impossible to get that on, say, somewhere like, if you're just ordering something online.
Oh, you don't get anything online. I mean, there's nothing better than physically going somewhere and going through it. I mean, I'll go to a lot of car boot sales and antique fairs as well and find stuff. And occasionally I'll come across some punk records or some glam rock or something. I know they're collectible. It's not my thing, but I'll pick them up for the lads down at the shop, or people that I know collect them. There's a huge community of record collectors out there.
Yeah, it's actually my aim as well to produce a documentary on my YouTube channel about all of the record shops in Bristol, and to take my time going around and interviewing all the shop owners and chatting to them about what they do, what they specialise in, their music and that sort of a thing. Do you know Ian from Longwell Records? He's
Yes.
coming into the studio in August. No, it might be September time because he's quite busy actually with festivals and things. So probably in September to chat about his store, and that's based in Clifton Arcade now. And I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's just fantastic, the music scene here in Bristol. And there are so many passionate people, whether that's the shopkeepers, the DJs, pub landlords, people in bands. But it is tough for any small business right now, especially pubs. And later in the show, we're going to be talking about a Bristol institution, a pub that closed in the early 90s, the Springer pub. But can you tell me why you think people should go out and about and support their local pub?
Well, live music for starters. I mean, the atmosphere is great. And if you don't use your pubs, everyone complains they're going. Stop complaining, go out and use one.
Definitely. You don't have to go out and have lots. You can pop in, have one pint, can't you? And it all adds up.
You can have non-alcoholic beer.
Yes.
It's not about it's also good for you to go out there and socialise with people, chat to people. Why do you want to sit in your own room in front of a computer or etc. all day long? You're not getting what you need physically as a human being, social contact. We all need it. So go to the pub. You'd be surprised. It just cheers your mood up.
Definitely. And there are people that are lonely, so it's a fantastic place to go out and meet people. And you might go in, not know anyone.
Next thing, you got a life friend.
Exactly. And well, we met in a pub, didn't we?
We did, exactly.
Yeah. And you mentioned Johnny Goff. That's also where I met him. And we've become really good friends. And through our friendship, I've started DJing myself now as well. So
You've got the bug.
Yeah, it's wonderful how these things can come about. What is it that you enjoy about DJing?
I like to go out, and when I DJ, I know how I want to be entertained when I go out, how I want to party and dance about, which is what I end up doing behind the decks. I'm having my own private party, and it's lovely when people join in. I don't care who you are, where you come from. If you want to come in, bop around, jump about a bit, enjoy yourself, all up for it.
Yeah, and I absolutely love that because when you are behind the decks, you have so much energy, and when a song comes on, it's really obvious, you're playing stuff that you really love, and that energy is really infectious. It's like if someone smiles at you in the street, it instantly cheers you up, and then you pass on that smile. That's the sort of saying.
Yeah, a good morning on the bus. I mean, people, that's socialising again.
Yes, and so seeing you behind the decks so enthusiastic, it is really inspiring because it does encourage people to get up and have a boogie or a little bop and enjoy doing that. So how do you actually plan the records for your sets? Because if you have 10,000 odd, how do you get a short list?
I don't. I don't plan. I mean, if it depends where I'm playing. If I'm playing a pure rockabilly club, I'm playing a pure rockabilly. If I'm playing a normal everyday pub, I'll mix it right across the board. 50s, early 60s, it'll be R&B, rock and roll, soul, doo-wop, but dance music, stuff to get people going. I play to the crowd, and usually within the first couple of records, you can see how a crowd is reacting, and you feed off of it. You think, oh, that's starting to work. Right, I've got something else that'll go with that. So I just take out a couple of boxes of records, just chuck it all in there, hope for the best.
Yep. And it comes out brilliantly. Is there a particular song that we can play now, even though you play different songs every time, a song that you particularly enjoy playing?
The Recalls, Nobody's Guy. I mean, this is one of those records, when I first heard it just grabbed me, swung me around the room, and it was only available on LP at the time, Desperate Rock and Roll. So a friend of mine used to go to the States every couple of months, and he'd bring back Goldmine magazine. So just go through the back of the magazine. This is the old days before the internet. I'd go to the adverts. I'd write off to America, tell them what records I'd like. Then they'd send a reply back. Then I'd have to go down to the bank, get an international money order, then send that off. And it used to take about 12 weeks or so. But finally, this record would turn up, and it was like, oh, wow. And then they went and bootlegged it. Wasn't pleased.
Yeah, I guess.
But I have an original, and this song, I mean, every time I hear it, I can't keep still.
Yes.
I bounce about.
Oh, fantastic. Let's listen to it now. So this is The Recalls, Nobody's Guy.
just mess around. I ain't no good for you, oh, don't you cry. I ain't nobody's guy. All your friends have told you I can't settle down. There's a different girl in every part of town, oh, don't you cry. I ain't nobody's guy. Maybe I was born to be fancy free. Ain't nobody gonna get a hold on me, oh, don't you cry. I ain't nobody's guy. Maybe someday I'll come run back to you, and then you'll know my roman days are through, oh, don't you cry. I ain't nobody's guy.
This is your award-winning BCFM on 93.2, 24 hours a day.
You're listening to Knitter Explores on BCFM.
Happy that people come along with me. A beep, bow, 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 bow.
What a great song that was. Thanks for tuning in. You're listening to Nicola Explores show. And tonight, local DJ Leon Oddsocks is in the studio choosing some fantastic rock and roll songs. Leon, you recently helped me make a documentary about the Springer pub in Bristol. It first opened in the 1830s when it was called the Spring Gardens Tavern. And it sadly closed in the early 90s, 1992, I believe. And it's now a derelict shop. Visiting it today, it's really hard to believe that the same building was once full of life, with live music, DJs, and some of England's wildest rock and roll fans. People actually used to visit from all over the country, didn't they?
All over Europe.
Wow.
Yeah, people coming from Sweden and France and Germany and, bands as well. We had bands over from America, etc.
Yeah, it was fantastic how big a scene it was at the time. Can you tell me about what happened when you first stepped into the pub?
Yes, and I won't be rude.
Oh yes, yeah. The radio version where we're not allowed to swear.
That's the one, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, watch the documentary if you want to see the full unedited version. But I was 14 I think, when I first went in there, and I went in with a gang of Teddyboys from Yate. Walked up to the bar, and the landlady in there took one look at me and said, "What do you want?" Bleep, bleep, bleep. And I thought, oops, I've obviously not going to get away with this. Went to turn around, and she called me straight back again and said, "What do you want?" So that was, one of my first illegal points. I was up at the railway in Yate as well, underage drinking, shall we say.
Different times. I'm not sure
Oh,
get
you would
away with
never,
it so
ever
much now.
know. Well, there was no ID or anything back then. They just took one look at you. Yeah, okay, you're going to cause problems. No, you're not. Right, you sit there quietly in the corner. I mean, people used to know about it all the time, but as long as you behaved yourself, they want a problem.
Yes, and that landlady was Audrey Starling, wasn't it?
She was an absolute character, total and utter character.
Yes, I mean, I was thrilled to meet her daughter and grandson while filming the Springer documentary. And here's a clip from Sue and Scott now.
When she first took the Springer in 1971, she never swore. She had a swear box on the counter, and it got so full that she said, "Oh, bugger it. There's more money going in the swear box than in the till." And that's when she started swearing along with everybody else. The more she swore, the more they liked it. Yeah, it was awful, but people loved it. They made them chuckle. They always came down to see her.
I think Peggy Mitchell got the "get out of my pub" from Audrey.
Oh, yeah. She'd throw them out if she wanted to.
Yeah, so it was great to hear them reminiscing, and there's lots more in the documentary. It's worth a watch because it's so sad that something like that has closed. Can you describe what the pub was like, the atmosphere there?
Electric. The minute you walked in, it was electric. Everybody was there to enjoy themselves and have a good time. They were there for the rock and roll music, which is good time music, and very, very rare you went in there miserable.
Yeah, and later, Johnny Hale ran the pub. So what was it like then?
He tried to expand it, make it a bit bigger, which he did, but unfortunately, in the end, that's what caused the demise of the place.
Yeah, over-ambitious with the
Over-ambitious, yeah.
Yes, so we had some quite interesting discussions about that. So the building was almost sort of falling down in the end, where had several rooms.
The last night there, I've got a great photograph that was given to me by my mate Steve Posser, and he stood there, and all you can see behind him are the acro props are literally holding up the ceiling behind him.
Yeah. So it became a bit of a health and safety hazard before health and safety was such a big thing. But
well, it was them that closed the place down.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, so that was a shame because it was so notorious, wasn't it? And it had it had like the hot rod nights as well at that particular time. Yeah,
there were pubs all up and down the country that were legendary for this sort of thing, but it was all in their local communities. Do you know what I mean? Because the Springer had Johnny Hale, who was organising the big weekenders and things. So it was, I think we were actually ahead of London at the time of half the clubs and things, because people would come, like you said, come from all over the place just to go there, just to say they'd been there.
Yes, and do you think pubs have the same sort of draw or community feel now, or have things changed a bit?
Some do. So there are certain pubs that they have a niche, so people go there, and that's the reason they go there.
Yeah, are there any that you like to go to?
Well, I don't mind going down to the Packhorse over on Lawrence Hill, the bikers pub. Straight away, it's the same sort of atmosphere. Everyone's there to talk about bikes and enjoy bikes, etc. I played there, DJed there a few times, and they love a bit of rock and roll. Oh, yeah. That is a very good pub. So the Springer was featured in the BBC's documentary when they covered Eddie Cochran. Yeah, the Arena special. Yeah, can you tell me how that came about? I have no idea, to be quite honest. I really don't know. I was on well and truly in it. The BBC even bought me a pint, and you'll see me posing there against a jukebox with it. But I don't know how that all came about, because John was pretty good at publicity. He'd get us on the local news. Springer was on there several times, and in the local papers for various things. I do remember being in Evening Post when Screaming Lord Such came down, and he wanted me to stand as a local for the Monster Raving Looney Party. And he just managed to get publicity. He was really good at it. He had a couple of friends who were with the Evening Post, etc. So how it got to the BBC, I don't know. But the whole thing came about, that was it. Yeah, maybe because there was such a strong passion amongst everybody there for a particular thing and a niche, it sort of stood out. And also, looking back at all the old photographs that I was shown, it seemed that everybody sort of dressed up. Can you describe what you were wearing? Drape jackets. Yes. Teddyboys suits. I've still got one. I still go out in my Teddyboys suit occasionally, and it is quite fun to walk downtown on a Saturday afternoon fully draped up, and you just get people going, oh, look at him. It's the same with the punks, you know. It's your, I don't know what you call it, your persona, isn't it? It's how you project yourself. I mean, I will be going out. I go quite regularly down to Burnham-on-Sea. We go down there. Weston every year, they have what they call a TED March down there, and all the TEDs will walk down the seafront. They do it in Brighton. They do it all over the place. It's still a big thing. You have the mod weekenders. Exactly the same sort of thing. It's people are just passionate about what their lifestyle and their choice. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah. And it's not like it's a strict uniform or anything, is it? Oh, no. It's all individuality. Yeah. We don't want everyone looking the same. You might as well be wearing a uniform. Yeah, the photos were fantastic. I love it when you see people dressing up and they're making an effort, and it really adds something to the atmosphere of a place, I think, when people do that. And the people in the pub as well were huge fans of Eddie Cochran. What was it that everybody loved? Well, Eddie Cochran played his last ever gig in Bristol, down at the Hippodrome. And because of that, there's always been a thing with Bristol and Eddie Cochran fans. It's always been that way. don't know what to say, because he died on his way out to Chippenham. I'm part of the Eddie Cochran Memorial thing. We've got the stones and all that laid up at the where the crash site is, etc. And people come from all over the world to lay flowers there. Same with T.Rex with the tree.
Yeah.
People go to that tree, you know what I mean? And there are these places are all around the world, but it just happens that his last gig was Bristol.
Yeah, and I think because it was such a tragedy, being cut short, such a talent, that's obviously something that
puts people into legendary status. I mean,
Yeah.
Buddy Holly's the same, because they'd never had a chance to go on and do anything bad.
Yeah.
You know, some artists, they have their first initial couple of albums, etc., and then they seem to go downhill. And then other ones, say the Rolling Stones, just keep going and going and going and going and just keep producing great stuff, you know?
Yeah, and we're going to hear an Eddie Cochran track soon, but first here's a clip from the documentary by the BBC with Chris Paulson talking about the events of the day.
If I can have your attention for a moment, I'm going to tell you what's going on. I never swear. Anyway, I'll tell you now, the coach is outside and it's going to leave within a couple of minutes, and it will take you to Chippenham via Bath and then from Chippenham to St Martin's Hospital. You'll arrive in Chippenham around about 2 o'clock, St Martin's Hospital round about 4. So right back here at 6 o'clock to 6:15. I think there'll be some food on or something, I don't know. But then tonight, I'm at Trinity Social Club, a disco, a film and a good band. So that tells you everything what's on. So, if you'll depart in an orderly manner, don't kick any cars or anything on the way out.
Eddie Cochran will always live in the minds of all the true Teddyboys who've ever listened to rock and roll. Eddie Cochran still lives.
I absolutely love that. Don't kick any of the cars on the way out.
The best part about the documentary, it's on YouTube, you can watch the whole Eddie Cochran Arena thing. They didn't film the part when we turned up at Bath and ended up in an almighty punch-up in one of the pubs up there. We all got bundled back onto the bus and told to behave.
Yeah, so they did a very heavily edited version of the end of it then.
Yes. Well, they just completely missed out that part of it, yeah.
Well, and back in the day as well, because there were so many different sort of scenes in Bristol, like different subcultures, should I say. So there was quite a large punk scene as well at the time. Can you tell me about that? Was there any sort of issues?
It's weird because nowadays I sit down to go to clubs and things, and I bump into a load of old punks and skinheads and things like that, and we all sit down and chat about the old days when we were chasing each other up and down the high street, left, right and centre. I mean, it used to be Sid Day was one of them. They used to have a march in Bristol on the anniversary of Sid Vicious's thing, and we used to go out in packs, and we'd see them all outside of Virgin Records. We'd all run round and chase them, and then they chase us, and oh dear, we did a lot of running and a lot of chasing in them days.
Yeah, different times.
Yeah.
Right, so let's hear one of your favourite songs by Eddie Cochran now. Would you like to introduce it?
This would
Leon?
be 20 Flight Rock, but I say my favourite song by Eddie. I love them all. And sometimes it's hard to choose because tomorrow I'll have a different choice, believe me. It'll still be Eddie Cochran, but it'll be a different track.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, 20 Flight Rock, I think.
Here we
It
go.
is the classic.
Just like I promised you, here he is back again, Eddie Cochran, one of America's top rock and rollers. Eddie?
Ooh, well, I gotta get with a record machine. When it comes to rockin', she's a queen. We love to dance on a Saturday night. All alone where I can hold her tight, but she lives on the 20th floor uptown. The elevator's broken down, so I walk 1, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, flight, 8, flight more. Up on the 12th, I'm starting to drag. 50 before I'm ready to sag. Get to the top, I'm too tired to rock. Well, she calling me up on the telephone. She come on over, honey, I'm all alone. I said, baby, you're mighty sweet, but I'm in bed with the aching feet. This went on for a couple of days, but I couldn't stay away. So I walked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, flight, 8, flight more. Up on the 12th, I'm ready to drag. 15 before I'm starting to sing. Get to the top, I'm too tired to rock.
Well,
early sent to Chicago for repairs. Till it's a fixed, I'm using the stairs. Up the hurry before it's too late. Oh, my baby, too much to wait. All these climbers are getting me down. To find my corpse draped over a rail, but I climb 1, 2, flight 3, flight 4, 5, 6, 7, flight 8, flight more. Up on the 12th, I'm ready to drag. Well, the 15th floor, I'm starting to sag. Get to the top, I'm too tired to rock.
What a fantastic song. I love the old footage of the Springer pub as well, and I've included some of the best parts in my documentary about the pub, which is also packed with interviews from some of the DJs and bands that used to play there. So if you'd like to watch the full Springer documentary or documentaries about DJs or pubs in Bristol, head to my YouTube channel, Nicola Explores. There's lots of fascinating short films about our beloved Bristol on there. So thanks for tuning in this Tuesday evening. I'm Nicola, and on my show tonight is Leon Oddsocks, and my show is every Tuesday night from 9 p.m. until 10 p.m. here on BCFM, or you can listen again online or find my short films about Bristol on my YouTube channel, Nicola Explores. Leon, so you've been a DJ for 50 years.
Yep.
And you also said that you have your own record label. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, well, I like to find rare and unusual records. As every collector does, you want to play something different. And over the years, I found a few bits, and it was like, well, I'm going to release my own. I did for Roller Coaster Records years ago. There was a EP called Shaking Swan Stations. I went through all the Swan demos and tapes and all that, chose 4 tracks, put them out, and that was through Roller Coaster Records. That got me the bug. I've also worked in conjunction with a guy called Flat Top Mark, it's FTM Records, and I put a couple of things out with him as well. And also another guy called Swanee, he's got his own record label. We worked together on something on there. And then I thought, well, I'm going to put my own stuff out. So I created my own record label. Luckily, local Bristol band, the Cobras from Sharhampton. I'd heard one of their tracks, cut tracks, rang the guy up the next day, said, I'd like to put that out. So started it, got it pressed, got it edited it out, etc. Reissued the single. And Ian from the Cobras was over the moon because it took him 55 years to finally get his record out on a 45.
Wow, 55 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you describe the process of actually sort of pressing the record? How does that work?
I usually send mine off to FTM, and he will do all the editing, because sometimes with a demo, it's the basic recording, and they always, before they issue on a single, they'll always take it in and they'll say, well, the horns aren't quite loud enough on here, or that drum is overpowering that, and they'll let them around, get the sound right. Once that sounds right, bang, just get it pressed straight onto vinyl. Obviously, design your labels, everything else, but most of that could be taken care of if you know the people to get in touch with. I just supply the tunes. Another one I put out as well was thanks to John at Wanted Records, The Outlaws, which had Chaz Hodges and Chaz and Dave. He was in the band. They were working for Joe Meek at the time. They went round a corner, cut a naughty demo for another label. Because they were under contract, Joe Meek could not issue it. 60 odd years later, bang, I puts it out.
Oh, wow, yes. Yeah, I guess there's so many, you just can't go ahead and do things sometimes. There's so many rules that you have to follow.
Well, as long as you get permission off of all the people. I mean, they knew that I was putting out the Outlaws records. They were quite happy with that. Chaz Hodges and that. I asked him for the Joe Meek Society. They have the full list line up and everything else. Yeah, carry on. All the stuff I've done is so I have issued one where we just could not find the person. If the person ever gets in touch with me, then I will have a chat with you there and then.
Yeah.
But and when you're talking something that was recorded 65 years ago, chances of finding someone sometimes is impossible. And things go out of copyright after 50 years.
Yes, of course. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so then you can do with it what you like, I suppose. But it's nice.
But it's nice to actually not just to go, basically not pay someone or arrange with someone to. I want them to be happy that I'm releasing it.
Yeah, of course. I completely understand that as someone who sort of creates my own things as well, like my documentaries on my YouTube channel, the most important thing to me is that the people involved in it
get the credit
really,
for it.
Yeah, and just really happy with the end result, because like with anything, you have to sort of edit it and put it forward, so you naturally put your own spin on things, and you want to make sure that you've represented it properly.
Correctly, yes.
Yes, yeah. It's really important to do that, and I appreciate all the help that you gave me producing the Springer documentary. And one wonderful thing that came about it for me, from my point of view, was meeting everybody. And when we did the bulk of the filming, seeing everyone come together, and we had a sort of a mini reunion.
Yes.
And some people might not have seen each other for a little while. Some people had like kept in touch quite regularly, it seemed. And like some people came down because, you know, that like Audrey's daughter and grandson, they didn't necessarily know everyone that was involved in the pub sort of in later years, but everyone seemed to get on and had different memories and was sharing them. And it's kind of brought the scene back to life a little bit, John Goff was saying. So you've put on this fantastic reunion event recently, and some of the old rock and rollers and Teddyboys came down, and it was a huge success. And that was in the Queen's Head, and now you're going to organise more of those events, aren't you? So
that was actually the third Springer reunion I'd organised, because we did one in the tunnels before, and we did a one before that at the Queen's Head. But it's been about 5 or 6 years since the last time I did one, so did this one, and the landlord up at the Queen's was so happy with the night and enjoyed it so much that he was in contact with me the next day saying, could we please have some more?
I'm not surprised. It was brilliant. A cracking night.
Yeah, so the next one of those will be 29th of August.
And anyone can go along, can't they? So
Come along. It's free. It's a free night. Come along. You want a bit of rock and roll? You want to come down and see what it's all about? Come on down.
Yeah. And can you tell the listeners what they can expect?
An entertaining night of 50s and early 60s rock and roll, blues, R&B, doo-wop, jives. If you don't know what those things are, come and listen, because I'll get surprised. I played down at Elmer's Arms a few times. I remember I was doing one of my nights in there, and we had about 15 young punk rockers come in, all teenagers. And they stuck their nose through and went, what on earth's this? They ended up staying the night. Do you know what I mean? Dancing around, enjoying themselves, having a good time. I've done festivals, things like the Shambhala Festival. I played up there in the Big Top one time. And the next day I'm walking around a camp, and these two young kids come up and said, oh, you're that guy that was playing all that old school last night. I said, mate, that wasn't old school. I said, what was it? I said, that was vintage school. And they said, wow. I said, I've never heard anything like it. So I got chatting with them. Gave them a couple of artists and things to go and thing, and they were off. They go and explore the music. You know what I mean? There was a whole new thing open to them. They'd never heard of it before. Same as me with that Little Richard when I was young. I'd never heard this stuff before. Suddenly, boom, you get this in your face. Wow.
Yeah, that's fantastic. What I loved about the night that you put on as well was that some people got up and they were dancing.
Always have a dance.
Fantastic.
Always have a dance.
Yeah.
So people always rock and roll is dance music. It's just dance music of that era. I mean, you got your big band swing with Glenn Miller and all. That was all dance music. House music is dance music. Rave is dance music. Dance music will always be about, just in what form. Yeah.
It was so full of joy. And how many DJs will there be at the next event?
2 confirmed at the moment. I'm going out later to chat to another one who I've been trying to convince. He couldn't make the Springer reunion, the last one, but I'm trying to get him down for the next one. But it's just me and Johnny Goff at the moment.
Yeah.
I will probably slip someone else in there, but I don't want to keep putting the same DJs on each time. I want a different DJ so you get a different way of doing it. Do you know what I mean? They do it their way, and that's what I like. I don't want to become like, oh, we're going to expect that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And well, you and Johnny Goff have a lot of energy together, and I've seen you DJing together, and you really bounce off each other really well, and it's just so full of energy, and I highly recommend going. Do you think you'll make it a regular event then?
I've been chatting with the landlord. We'll see how the next one goes, but I don't want to overcook it, as they say, so I only want to do 3 or 4 a year.
Yes.
purely because it keeps the interest. And if you've got it every month, people tend sometimes get bored of things. So because, and there's also, you've got to remember, there are hundreds of rock and roll gigs going on up and down the country all the time.
Yeah.
I'm quite often playing all up and down the country anyway. Do you know what I mean? I could be in Preston or been down Cornwall way or wherever. So yeah, I can't commit to doing regular all the time because busy life.
Yeah, that makes sense. Are there any that you are particularly looking forward to coming up?
What, gig-wise?
Yeah.
I'm playing down in Chew Valley at the new Stoke Inn in September, and that's going to be not a rock and roll crowd, it's an ordinary pub, and that's the sort of crowds I like to educate, if you know what I mean, or not educate, but try and pass on my love of to other people. And if they walk away and say, well, yeah, they've had a good night, then I'm happy, as long as they're out there tapping their feet, enjoying themselves.
Yeah, shall we listen to one of the songs now that you might possibly play at an event?
Yes. What we got lined up?
We've got Rock Around the Clock.
Oh, well, this is the ultimate hero of mine, Bill Haley. Seen him live in Bristol in 1979. Just blew me away. I was only a young lad. And this is multi-selling dance classic.
And here it is, Rock Around the Clock.
Bill Haley and his Comets.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, join me home. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2, 3, and 4, if the band slows down, we'll yell for more. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock When the chimes ring 5, 6, and 7, we'll be right in 7th heaven. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Oh, when it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, I'll be going strong, and so will you. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 12, we'll cool off and start rocking around the clock again. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
You can listen again to any shows at bcfmradio.com and leave comments about your favourite programmes. BCFM 93.2, your interactive station 24 hours a day.
You're listening to Nicola Explores on BCFM.
People come along with me. A beep, bow, 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 bow.
What a great song that was. Thanks for tuning in. You're listening to Nicola Explores show, and what a fantastic song, and a little clip from the film that was in as well. There were some great films around that era. Do you have any personal favourites?
Well, Rock
Leon?
Around the Clock, the film is, yeah. And as you played the Eddie Cochran track earlier from The Girl Can't Help It as well, that is a fantastic movie. It's colorised as well. You've got Gene Vincent in there, you name them, fantastic performances.
Oh, yeah. Leon, would you like to introduce another song?
Yeah, this is one of the prizes out of my collection. It's by a guy called Commonwealth Jones, who was actually known as Ronnie Dawson, and he played at Springer. What a fantastic gig that was. And I took the record up to him and I said, can you sign this for me? And I said, can you sign it Commonwealth Jones? And he went, boy, I have never signed that in my life, but for you, I will. And signed it on there merrily. And I just love this. So this is Do, Do, Do.
What a fantastic song. And I understand that most of the music you love is before 1963.
Yes, it is. Yeah, but that's just my personal taste. I don't go for much after that. I've just been obsessed with the 50s. Like I said, back to the anorak again.
Yeah. So you might want to take your headphones off for the end of the show, because I'm going to end on a 1970s classic.
Well, yeah, sure show. You carry on. I'm not going to tell you what to play.
So this one is for all of my fondue friends. So a few months ago, I launched a brand new club night here in Bristol, and it's called Fondue. And like Leon, I spin all original vinyl. But unlike Leon, I choose songs from the 1970s. So I play a mixture of glam rock, bubblegum pop, disco and classic rock alongside Jason Cook, who will also be joining me on next week's show. One of our favourite songs is Love is the Drug by Roxy Music, and it went down a storm at the last fondue. So for all of our fondue friends, this is for you.
showing up, hit and run. Boy meets girl where the beat goes on. Stitched up tight, can't shake free. Love is the drug, got a hook on me. Oh, catch that buzz. Love is the drug I'm thinking of. Oh, can't you see? Love is the drug for me. I park my car, stake my place in the singles bar. Face to face, toe to toe, heart to heart as we hit the floor. Lumber up, limbo down, the locked embrace, the stumble around. I say go, she say yes. Dim the lights, you can guess the rest. Oh, catch that buzz. Love is the drug I'm thinking of.
That was a fantastic song, Love is the Drug by Roxy Music. And if you love glam rock, pop and disco, do come along to our next club night. It's on Friday the 28th of August in Z Alley, and tickets are available on Headfirst Bristol. The first two sold out, so don't hang about. We also have links to tickets on our social media pages too, so give Fondue Bristol a follow on Facebook, Instagram or TikTok. And Leon, can you remind me about your next event at the Queen's Head?
29th of August, a night of fun and frivolity, rocking around the pub.
Yeah, it's the day after ours, so I'm definitely going to be...
Make a weekend of it then, isn't it, folks?
Absolutely, definitely.
You can go time travelling from the 70s to the 50s and back again.
Yes, and for anyone that knows me, I've got like quite a 70s mullet, so it's quite funny when I dress up in clothes of different eras. But I love it anyway, so I'm going to try and get a dress for your next event as well, to try and sort of fit into that theme.
You don't need to dress up to fit in. Just come along and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
So you turn up in a bin bag for a week here.
Yeah, I just do it because I love it.
Yeah, exactly. I like to dress up as well.
Yeah, and it's the same. If you want to dress up, but it's not obligatory to do so. So thanks for joining me today, Leon.
It's been a pleasure, thank you.
It has. You've been listening to Nicola Explores, and I'll be back next Tuesday from 9 p.m. until 10 p.m. here on BCFM, or you can listen online at any time. Give Nicola Explores a follow on YouTube, and until next time, happy exploring.
Ride it all out like a bird in the sky. Whiz, ride it all out like you were a bird. Fly it all out like an eagle in a sunbeam. Ride it all out like you were a bird. Wear a tall hat like a druid in the old days. Wear a tall hat and a touch of gown. Ride a white swan like the people of a Belgium. Wear your hair long, baby, can't go wrong. Catch a bright star and place it on your forehead. Say a few spells and baby, there you go. Take a black cat and sit it on your shoulder, and in the morning you'll know all you know. Druid in the old days, wear a tall hat and a touch of gown. Ride a white swan like the people of a Belgium. Wear your hair long, baby, can't go wrong. Da da dee dee da, da da dee dee da. prodigy.